Okay, what is going on, guys? It is Nightmare here from A&BG. I got my own skin, I got my own name, and today we are going to discuss why this thing is such a pain, but so worth using. I spent 3.5, maybe 4 hours last night strictly on this, and I didn't even get it to work. I just got it to work like half an hour ago, which is what made me decide to do this video. Because the reason it took me so long to get this thing set up last night was I looked for videos on the internet, I looked through forums, I looked at all the things, and I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. I was following the instructions, and from what I could tell, I was doing everything right. I didn't see anything wrong. But there's a small checklist that some people don't go over, and I even checked the comment section of these videos, and I noticed some people are having problems. Now, this one guy, I'm not going to mention any names, but this one YouTuber, he did a quick but detailed review of it. Most people say he slaps his tongue around in his mouth, which is pretty disgusting. You should stop that. Sounds like you got a slug crawling around in there and you're fighting with it. But anyway, so this guy, some people were asking questions, and most people try to give a generalized answer to the best of their knowledge. This guy was being a punk and just being like, oh, well, you're not giving me enough details. Wouldn't even try to advise some kind of help. He wouldn't even, give a suggestion of, me, I'd be, I would say something along the lines of, well, I don't know what your setup looks like, but this might be the problem because this is what most people do. Okay? A civilized, normal human being would give an answer like that, but this guy just decided to be a jerk, and he's like, oh, you're not giving me enough information. And then he put a smiley face at the end or say some kind of sarcastic comment. I mean, the dude's a dick. I'm sorry about my language, but he is. He's a dick. So, as I was saying, we're going to hop over here. I am going to tell you what you're probably doing wrong because you're probably a moron like me, maybe a little smarter, I don't know. And, well, it's probably something super simple. And I've got a checklist here. I want you to grab your notepad from your desktop, or, pen and piece of paper, something along those lines, because I've got a checklist that you can go through, and so long as you have this checklist, you will never screw this up, okay? So first things first, we're not going to be here, okay? We're just, forget this exists for a minute. We're going here. Yep, okay? So, this is where you need to start. This is my mainframe, this is all the stuff that I have, that I need. This is my first one. I just threw it over here in this corner because I had a little extra space, and I don't think I'm going to put any more ME stuff over here. But if I am, I can just throw it down there because it'll be connected. Anyway, so the first thing I noticed when trying to set this thing up was everything over there got the circle around it, like it was trying to load new information, but it couldn't. Wouldn't let me access it, wouldn't let me do anything. Or everything looks to be lit up, but when you click on it, it's all grayed out and not working. Those are the two most common things right now that I see a lot of people running into. And that is because of something that is just stupidly simple. Okay? Basically, if you get this thing wrong, it's going to crash your whole system. You're not going to be able to use it at all whatsoever. So the very first thing you want to do, hook this up, run power to it. Run its own redstone, RF, AE, whatever. Run its own power directly into it. Don't use the cables. Don't use these things. Screw these, okay? I tried just using the ME power supply. It didn't want to work because I've got so much hooked up over here, it just seemed to fail. So, give it its own power supply before you even hook it up to this terminal. Second thing. Now, I'm assuming you already have your singularities. Don't use those yet. These little things right here, don't use those. Don't mess with those. Don't look at them. Don't think about them. The first thing that you want to do is get both ends set up correctly. Now, for this end, having the ME cable already hooked up wasn't that big of a deal. This one almost always worked. Even if the other one was wrong, this one still lit up, it still had the dust, all that stuff. So the first thing you want to check, are the blue lights lit up? Yes. Is your system still working? Can you come over here, look at everything, use everything like you normally would? The answer is yes. You're off to a good start. You're fine. Now, put in a chunky loader. It doesn't matter that all this stuff is rendered. I got an ender tank over there. That pumps oil through all those, that pumps it into my refineries, and then it goes through this big system, through these tanks, and into my ME stuff. Still, even though I have all this, I still had to put a chunk loader over here. So always, 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 just put a chunk loader right next to it. And I've got this set for 3 chunks just because I want to keep all this stuff loaded, because sometimes I have had rendering problems where I'd come back here and something crashed. I had to hook up a power source again, I had to reset my emerald pipes, something along those lines happened. So, I just have a chunk loader to keep all this rendered. Now, once you have this set up, actually, go ahead, put the singularity in here. Okay? Just go ahead, throw one of these in here. Now, if it's staying lit up, all this is staying on, and you have the dust, you're good. You're off to a good start, so long as nothing crashes. Here's the part that gets tricky. Number 1, you cannot have another controller over here. This is strictly an extension of your main terminal. This is just so you can access items 2,000 blocks away, which is where I am. I am 2,000 blocks away from my house. Look at that, 2,785. So, closer to 3,000 blocks away. Okay? So you can't have a controller over here. First thing you want to do to your receiving circle, the receiving end, is you want to give it power. So long as all the little blue things are lit up, I know this is a little overkill, and I do have a creative energy cell because I didn't want to use up all my power trying to get this thing to work. So as long as all your little blue lights are lit up, you're good to go. Next, put your singularity in there, make sure you got the cloud. So long as you have the cloud, you're still good. And actually, before you put the singularity in there, put a chunk loader in. Just go ahead, boop, takes like 3 seconds, plop it down, set it to whatever you want it to, then put the singularity in there. Then I would advise going back to your base to make sure nothing got screwed up over there. Just double check it, unless you actually have to walk or drive or whatever all the way over there. Now what I will mention is every single time, not just, there's not even a possibility. Every single time that you screw this up, you have to make another set of entangled singularities. You have to. You have no other option. I've tried to use it with singularities that I've already put in these things. I've tried renaming them. It doesn't work. You have to make a new pair every single time. Now, the other thing I pointed out, well, I forgot to point out, is back at the base I have an ME dart cable. I followed all the steps up until this point. The only difference was I used an ME dart cable here as well, same one at my base. I used it here to try to connect it to the access terminal. The whole thing went offline, I went back home, all that over there was dead too. In theory, you can't use the same cable for whatever reason. For some reason, you have to use a different ME cable for every setup. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I don't get it. But that's just what you have to do. Now, all of this is working. That's the same exact thing as what was at my base. There's nothing fancy here. ME fluid terminal. All my fluids are here. So as far as I can tell, this is working. I have exited, saved and exited, and come back in, and it was still operational. So I don't know if it's just that picky, if I have a bugged version. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. But that's how you get this thing to work without it being a massive pain in the ass. So, let me type it up for you. 1. Create entangled singularities. 2. Insert first singularity into home ring. Okay? 3. Place chunk loader. Place chunk loader into ring. Alright, next to. Next to ring. Place chunk loader next to ring. And the power thing, I'm not sure about it. My ME system is pretty massive, so I don't know if it'll need its own direct power to start off with or not. This one definitely needs its own power to start up. So, if you want to drag a redstone energy cell over here, hook it up, and then fire everything up, it'll start receiving power from the other side. This will start powering it, so you'll be okay after that. Before that, it does need its own power, which is why this is here. Now, if I... Don't I have a wrench? Yeah. Take this wrench, and... No. I cut all this off. Oh shit, it stopped working. I was lied to. Okay. I was lied to. I'd like to point that out. I was lied to by the creator of this mod. That doesn't work. Alright, so you can't do that. You can't do that. It has to have its own power. See, I hadn't even gotten that far. I hadn't even messed with it since I got it to work. I was just so happy that I got it to work. I was like, oh my god, I got a video. Anyway, so there's that. Go to second ring and place chunk loader. That's going to be your number 4. 5. Insert singularity. And 6. Hook up ring to access terminal. Must not be connected to another controller. And yes, I know I spelled something wrong, but I don't really care. So, there you go. 6 easy steps. You can write those down right there. Or just save the video and watch it when you need it. Send it to people, share it with people. I'm going to try to be as helpful as humanly possible. I am going to be getting into other mods, such as the... oops, wrong button. Whoa. Oh no. Okay. I was gonna say, oh no, I turned hover mode off. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna be getting into other modes. Modes? Okay. I'm gonna be getting into other mods, such as Mine Factory Reloaded. This is a really nice, easy mod. I like being lazy and knowing that I don't have to worry about my farm or my animals, or I don't have to worry about wood, because it's already taken care of by a bunch of machines that do everything for me. Slave labor. Really, I can't talk, guys. Slave labor. That's what I was trying to say. So, that's that. Oh yeah, this is fun, by the way. I installed Rival Rebels mod just for the hell of it, because everything in Rival Rebels is made with like dirt and sand. Everything, even what created this giant hole was just a bunch of dirt and sand and stuff we don't really care about, don't think about as important, except for sand. We need sand for a lot of glass things. Oh, marble, I gotta go mine that. But I detonated 2 SAR bombs right here, one after the other right next to each other, and it went kablooey. Yep, that was fun. Look at this. This stuff will actually kill you if you land on it. Let me just demonstrate that. As you can see there. Yep. Look at that. It's a lot of damage down here, and you can't mine it. You cannot do anything with this stuff. It is now forever broken. If I want to go down there, I think a quarry actually works. If you build a quarry, you can mess with this stuff. But as far as I know, you can't just mine it. I tried earlier with a ruby pickaxe. It didn't work. But anyway, enough rambling. That is all for this video. I will be back with more fun, educational type things. The project will continue again shortly. Right now, I just got to California. Excuse me. Just got out of church too, so I'm still a little foggy. But I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a full episode showing off that massive, beautiful masterpiece over there that took ages to build. And then I'll set up an animal farm so that I can get... Oh, I've got plenty of cows right here. And pigs. I don't know where I want to put the farm. I got plenty of jungle wood too if I need more wood. But anyway, guys, what you'll be seeing next video is more stuff on that farm. I'll be rounding up animals to get another farm together to get some sewage going, and that's going to become fertilizer for all those crops, so they'll stop taking an eternity to grow, even though they're really pretty expansive. And then I'll be creating a full-blown internal factory in there, complete with conveyor belts and all that cool stuff, just because I think it's awesome and it looks awesome and whatnot. And I think this is actually sludge down here, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
Because that's what you fell and you look like you're on acid.
Oh, yeah, okay. So I got sludge down there I need to pump up, and I've got a sludge boiler right over here. So more than likely I'll just hook up a pump, run some gold pipes like underground and into that or around this, I don't know. Or I'll just pump it up into a barrel, pick up the barrel, and hook up an emerald pipe and put it over there. That sounds easier and faster. So, yeah, I'll see you again in the next video. Peace.